Hey guys, I'm Casey Cow. Welcome to Tip Talks today. I'm Casey,
Yeah,
and
I'm Elwirfy.
And I
Yeah.
am the Sage of Steel. And today we are talking about Pokemon Go.
some love it, some hate it, and some people are just plain old stupid and get ran over.
Yeah, I don't like this game at all. I think it's terrible.
I think it's great, although I'm level 18 at it already and I got it on the first day.
Mm, I like the game. It's blown my mind ever since I got the game. So, I mean, there's a lot to talk about the game, about like the maps and the different types of Pokemon. I'm glad they stuck with the 150 Pokemon that they have now instead of just going overboard with it and having the whole freaking franchise of it.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't like it at all because people are dying and it's not okay, and they know where I live and it's not good.
And the
Um,
government attacks you.
No, that's not what I'm saying, but you know what I mean. They have Google Maps and stuff linked into it, so
I definitely don't
yeah.
feel like, as far as people dying, that's so much of a realistic possibility or fear. Now, there are people who are doing clumsy things, but people do clumsy things with literally anything. I'd say it's probably as much danger in Google Maps as there is in Pokemon Go for people not paying attention to what they're doing, especially when
Right.
Google Maps spins you around or something.
Spin around and around and around.
Well,
Where it stops, nobody knows.
what about the people who are trespassing into government property just to catch Pokemon, or the people who fall off cliffs because they don't notice that there's a cliff?
Okay,
Well, I think honestly, that's the person. I mean, honestly, how it's the person. You're gonna blame Pokemon Go for all your actions and everything and that you've done? No, it even has a disclaimer before you play the game that starts up and says, "Hey, be safe, be aware of what's going on, look up." Pretty much.
they're even so kind to give you so many server errors and so many glitches that you have to restart the game 150,000 times per hour, so you constantly see that screen.
So it's not even a functional game.
It does have its
Not really.
issues.
No.
Unfortunately,
Classic glitches.
yeah, I mean, unfortunately, AR has always been sort of plagued. AR being augmented reality has been plagued with very difficult periods of introduction. Um, Ingress has had its own similar issues, and in general, it's something. It's at least an improvement over having no such game.
I guess part of it is I just kind of don't like Pokemon also, because I don't like Pokemon.
I mean, that's fair. You
Well,
like what you
that's
like.
just Elwirfy.
I mean, you like what you
But
like.
no.
It was a big part of my childhood. What about you, Kyle?
Um, I'll say nostalgia is a bitch. I grew up playing Pokemon. There's a lot of games I grew up on, but Pokemon has been, part of my life, and I played the Pokemon cards. I mean, who hasn't? Well, I shouldn't
Yeah.
say that. There are people that have not played Pokemon, but just well, yes, you, Elwirfy,
Oh God, it's
this
weird because
guy.
Eric, you're pointing sideways and he's pointing up. This is not a good sign.
I
this
like it
guy,
on my
this
screen. He's
guy,
pointing the right direction.
Really, if I point like
this
this
guy.
towards you, Eric, this is correct.
No, you're pointing towards Kyle. Sort of. I'm
I'm
below
pointing towards
you.
Kyle on my screen. This is Kyle.
Well,
This is Eric.
I'm in the
this
bottom
is
middle.
Elwirfy. This is a steal.
Yeah, I'm in
Yeah.
the bottom middle too. Okay, that's fair.
But in all seriousness, this game has really, I want to say, did it is doing good. I mean, Nintendo's making 9 billion in stock. I mean, that's real good. Makes you want to invest in Nintendo. Come on now. I mean, shoot, they're doing good so far,
Yeah, they're gonna
especially
crash.
with generations for the 3DS. Monster Hunter, if you are guys are a fan of that.
Well, as
I,
far
I,
as the Nintendo stocks go, I'd say that the time to get into Nintendo stocks was before it hit, because that's when it made that double jump. To expect it to do it again is maybe anticipating too much. It may make a bit of a leap once the legendaries come out and there's like bigger events showing up all at once, but nothing like the original release date leap.
Oh, here's an example of people getting murdered because of the game. There was a news report, I read this, where an old woman got trampled to death by 500 Pokemon players all rushing to catch a single Pokemon.
Well, that's just people.
I'm
It's
feeling
just
like
stupid.
cite the source.
Maybe I will. I'll try and find it again. It was on Facebook, but
But
I found it and I read it. You know.
But you're right, though. I mean, there are a lot of deaths, there are a lot of accidents and everything, and I don't want to just repeat myself. But then again, you just really have to be aware of what's going on around you. I mean, certain people are just like, "Oh, I gotta catch this Pokemon," or "Oh my God, it's Mewtwo," or anything like that. It's the person itself. Who are you? Not just who are you, but do you have the mentality to keep yourself at a position where it's like you're calm and collected and just walk a different way. Shoot. I mean, I've been nervous with people when I'm walking down the street, and you never know if they're playing Pokemon Go and then try to run into me. I'm gonna dodge that. I'm gonna go into the tree, hope the car doesn't go in the tree or anything like that. Shoot, I'll climb the tree, something.
So, as far as people getting into groups, like you're saying, them getting into numbers where they're trampling someone. Now, let's look at the other side of that coin. Some of these people who are playing this game, I mean, not only your usual nerdy, geeky stereotypes, a lot of people who are, have different levels of antisocial phobias, of, depression, of different levels of reasons they would not generally leave the house because of, mental blocks. This game has kind of eliminated them in a major way. They've gotten people who haven't gotten out of the house, not because of laziness, or some out of laziness, trust me, but a lot of these people just would never have occurred to them to actually leave the house or do something. And like, why would they want to? They have everything they want in their comfort. They'll get in their car to go to work, get in their car to go home, stay in a building or a car the whole time. But now you've got these same people and they're walking around openly. They're forming groups. I actually managed to have the good fortune to get be a part of I'd say it's about 50-man Pokemon Go group that literally was just a impromptu group of people trying to catch a Growlithe. It was
Uh,
early.
Okay.
I mean, I had
Wow.
my fair share of it, of getting a growl of. But yeah, to touch base on what you're talking about, it's also that Nintendo has always done a great job with getting kids or people interacting with their games. I mean, we fit and just other games, well, other game titles. I mean, you have a lot, and I think that Pokemon Go has done a really good job with getting people out and a good exercise in without the killing or all that stuff going on. It's really getting them active. And for me, I work at the airport, so I'm already walking all around. But to even do that on my days off, it's kind of hard to even do that. I want to be home, so but it
Right.
gets me. It's something.
Yeah, I actually at my work, I'm a waiter by the way, but at my work, I literally had a coworker. He went on his break, then immediately pulled out his phone to go play Pokemon Go, and later started walking through the whole kitchen, through the whole store, trying to catch a Pokemon. And I was just like, dude, you can't do that. And he's like, I don't care, I'm catching Pokemon. And it's stuff like that, where it's like it's harmless for now, but who knows where that's gonna take someone eventually.
Right.
Well, anything can be taken to an extreme, though. Literally anything. I mean, I'm not really sure how I'd see extreme Pog, but
So one thing that I did want to touch base on was businesses. I know that out here in Federal Way, if your team is dominating for, I think it's Brown Bear that's out here in Federal Way. If your team is dominating, you get 10% discount off the food. I mean, just a lot of businesses are marketing off of Pokemon Go. I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
I personally
Yeah.
think it's very clever. It's a really good marketing strategy. So the first instances I've seen of this were articles coming out early on where bars were actually doing things like, "Hey, patron, there's all sorts of people, full-grown adults walking around playing Pokemon Go, and rather they're gonna want to stop to take a break somewhere. There's a lure in front of the bar, or there's a stop in front of the bar. You put this lure that attracts Pokemon there, and they don't have to move from the bar, and they can sit here and enjoy a drink for 30 minutes and then go on their merry way. The business makes money. The people are getting their needed break because who knows if everybody's physically fit or not. And I mean,
Mm.
goodness knows where you live. You could live in Phoenix, Arizona, for goodness sakes, and want somewhere to take a break and just stop.
Yeah, you never know if a Moltres is just gonna fly about. Well, yeah, I mean, there's a lot to talk about with Pokemon Go, the pros of it, the cons of it. But what it all boils down to, I think, is what do you love?
Yeah.
And what I mean by
I
that
guess.
is, do you want to do something with a couple of friends, get in a group and, just like you're saying with 50 other people, or just stay within your own little surrounding with your friends and everything, friends that you haven't seen or talked to in a while. Be like, hey, look, I play Pokemon Go. I was wondering, if you do that as well. Could be a friend thing or just, a way to meet new people.
Sure. I mean, I've played Pokemon before. I played it on what the Game Boy. Oh God, that was old. But yeah, I played on the Game Boy before, and
Now I need to know what version that was, though. I mean, were you playing red, blue?
probably blue. From being honest with myself, it was so long ago though. But I don't know. I just played it, and I'm a completionist, and dear God, I cannot complete that game. And it's something like this where you have to go travel. No, 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 no. I can't
It
complete it,
could
and
be
that's
soul
just a
crushing.
personal thing. But yeah, if I can't beat a game, I just don't like it.
And isn't that with all of us? Shoot.
I mean, just because I don't like having the feeling of not being able to finish something I started.
So next thing I did want to talk about is travel. I mean, would Eric or Sage, would you go out of Washington for Pokemon Go? Let's say like Tokyo. Let's say like different states. Would you be willing to travel to see what other Pokemon are within the country or out of the country at all?
So first of all, I guess I'm an odd example because I've actually done that kind of out of state, out of country travel before. So I actually, of course, would go do that. I don't know if that would be the big draw to me say I wouldn't specifically go to Australia because there's nothing more I want to do than get a Kangaskhan. But which that is the Australia exclusive Pokemon. Um, but that being said, if I were in Australia, that would be something I would probably add to my hey, I kind of want to do this list. I feel like it would add to the experience, not so much become the entire experience right for me.
True. Might as well put that on your bucket list. I want to catch them all 150 of them before I die.
All 150 before they release the next 250. Oh.
Again, I can't. That's why, because it's like they're just
I
gonna keep
can't.
Too
releasing more
much.
Pokemon. I can't do it.
It's like as soon as you catch 150, it's like, yay, what next? Lures and all this other stuff. I think I'm gonna just delete the app. Nope, wait, before you delete it, there are 250 more. What?
World tour.
But
I
you
mean,
don't
I've
have
even been
Ditto.
to Europe. Like, I've even been to Europe, and I can tell you, navigating through Europe just to get Pokemon would be ridiculous. Like, here in America, you can walk on the sidewalk. It is hard to walk on a sidewalk in Europe. Trust me. It is not easy. Like,
I've never been to Europe.
it pretty much imagine, you know how, like, here in, like, the States, we have, like, 2 or 3 lane roads? One lane, both ways, for freeways. It's ridiculous.
So Riley actually brings up a good point. Now here's something that hasn't been brought up too much. What happens when you take Pokemon Go and the distractedness, which I don't think it's the extreme he's worrying about, the people getting killed at distractedness, but just the simple distractedness that we already have for phones in general, just made more common by the game.
Hmm.
When you're walking somewhere like crowded Shanghai, or Singapore, where it's wall-to-wall people, and there are a lot of things like, crimes on the streets. Say somebody's, going to the Olympics in Rio and trying to catch, a Pokemon. I mean, we're talking in a place that has a elevated crime rate. Now, where do we start going to where there might be concerns of, should there be Pokemon Go advisories? Like, hey, maybe there should be a little bit of attention paid if you're going to be traveling to this place and sticking your nose in your phone.
You bring it up, bring a good topic up where you would, people are already looking down at their phones anyway, already getting distracted. So it just, like you're saying, it adds to that with Pokemon Go.
Yeah, plus I don't like yeah, let's all show our phones. Right, we all have them on us at all times, We already have them, but it's like, ooh, here's another reason to stay on your phone.
Right.
Oh, wait, I got a tweet.
Don't
Just
even
like
start
stop
that.
the recording. Just no.
I had to mute out my Twitter feed.
Oh my god. I don't even have a Twitter. I mean, actually I do, but no one looks at it, so it's okay.
Hold on. Let me use the Snapchat filter.
Kyle, why are you toast?
YouTube got me.